We almost got a $500 fine on a road just like this. Today, we're diving into why Costa Rica's traffic laws feel so unfair to locals and expats alike.
Imagine this for a second. You're driving through paradise. Jungle on your left, ocean on your right, the windows are down.
Sounds perfect.
It is, until you see those flashing lights in the rearview mirror. You get pulled over for something minor, maybe going a little fast.
Okay, an annoyance.
Do you think so? You figure, fine, I'll pay the ticket. But then the officer hands it to you and you realize the fine costs more than your flight to even get there.
And that isn't some hypothetical nightmare. It's the economic reality we're going to be looking at today.
It is. We are diving into a really compelling article from the Tico Times by Mateo. It just came out yesterday.
Right. It's titled, Why Costa Rica Traffic Fines Feel Out of Proportion on Rural Roads.
And out of proportion feels, I don't know, a little polite after skimming these numbers.
It's more than just a complaint about a ticket, though.
Yeah, the article gets at this clash between the laws written in a capital city and how they actually play out on the dirt roads in the countryside.
You've really hit on it. Some sociologists call it legislative flattening, basically, treating a bumpy dirt track the same as a 6-lane highway.
So where does this all start?
To really get it, you have to look at the massive inflation of these fines. The author, Mateo, he tells a story about a speeding ticket he got years ago.
Okay, so back in the day, what would that have cost him? 20, 30 bucks maybe?
You're right on the money. It was about 30 US dollars. A nuisance, but, not a disaster.
And if he did that same thing today, don't tell me it's like double.
Not even close. Try an 800% increase. Today, that same fine is 245,000 colones.
Which is what in dollars?
That's roughly 500 USD.
$500 for a traffic ticket? I mean, that just seems insane for a country like Costa Rica. Did they just need the money?
Well, it wasn't just a cash grab, not exactly. The legislature was reacting to a very real crisis.
Okay.
There was a horrible wave of fatal crashes caused by drunk drivers, specifically in big tractor trailers. And the public was, rightly outraged.
So they cracked down hard on the drunk driving laws.
They did. And the fine for that is now around 363,000 colones, which the author agrees is completely justifiable.
But, I sense a but.
The but is the problem. In their rush to look tough, the legislature didn't just target that one dangerous behavior. They jacked up the penalties for everything.
So it's like using a sledgehammer to hang a picture.
Exactly. They applied this maximum severity thinking to very minor infractions. And that whole approach just completely falls apart once you leave the paved roads of San Jose.
Which brings us to the Osa Peninsula. The author talks about his nephew, who lives way out there near Corcovado National Park.
That's about as remote as it gets.
It really is. We are not talking about city streets. These are unpaved roads full of ruts and potholes.
It's a totally different world. The nephew's village has, I think it's exactly one stop sign.
One stop sign?
Yeah. The quiet Sunday morning, he's on his motorcycle, and he does a rolling stop. He also wasn't wearing a helmet.
Okay, not great on the helmet. Safety first, for sure. But rolling a stop sign in a village with basically no traffic, that feels like the definition of a minor infraction?
You'd think so.
So what was the damage?
The combined fine was 190,000 colones.
Wait, 190,000? For a local worker, that must be just devastating.
It is. The nephew works in agriculture. He's a campesino. For a tourist, that fine is an angry phone call to their credit card company.
But for him,
That's weeks, maybe months of wages. It is a genuine financial disaster.
and that's where that legislative flattening you talked about really, really stings.
It does.
The law treats a rolling stop on a dirt road with the same financial severity as running a red light in rush hour traffic. And the irony is, he's paying this money to a state that hasn't even graded that road in months.
That is a major point of conflict in the article. It's like a broken social contract.
First world fines, third world roads.
Precisely. And the author contrasts this with Panama, which is, just an hour or so south.
Right, Panama is known for having better highways. Are their fines as steep?
Not at all. Panama has much better roads, yet the fines are way lighter. It shows that huge fines don't automatically mean better safety or better infrastructure.
So what does it mean?
It means when you see police setting up roadblocks in these tiny villages, it starts to feel less like safety enforcement.
And more like a predatory tax on the poor.
It's a way to collect revenue, disproportionately from the people who can least afford it.
It really does reframe the whole idea of law and order, doesn't it? We think of the law as blind, that it applies to everyone equally.
But the impact of the law here is incredibly unequal.
Yeah.
That's the real takeaway. When a penalty is just a minor annoyance for one person, but it means bankruptcy for another, the law stops being a deterrent. It actually becomes a driver of inequality.
It definitely makes you look at a simple speeding ticket differently. It's not just a piece of paper, it's a cross-section of economics, law, and even geography. So here's a final thought for you to chew on.
Let's hear it.
If a law is designed to keep people safe, but its main result is to impoverish the local population, is it actually working? Or is it just widening the gap between the people who write the rules and the people who have to live by them? Thanks for listening to this deep dive.
See you next time.
As a U.S. real estate agent living here, I've seen firsthand how these fines impact our community. What do you think? Is a $500 fine for a rolling stop fair when the roads themselves are in this condition? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give the video a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when we post new updates on navigating life in Costa Rica. Pura vida.